Hello and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be kind of a special one because today I am not reviewing a character's lightsaber. So this isn't a well-known character within the Star Wars universe. This lightsaber was actually designed by someone that I see personally as an inspiration, not only for me but for many others out there. Everything about this hilt, I'm going to talk about it in a very non-biased point of view. Even though I do enjoy this person's videos, I will try to keep it as unbiased, so for an average consumer, and for those that are wondering how good this lightsaber actually is, this video should really help you out on whether you should buy this lightsaber or not. It does say Saber Theory, which is really nice. And then I've also already removed the tape, so let's just go ahead and take off the lid and show you what's inside. And so immediately after opening the box, on the top of the lid right here, it says this will be a fine addition to your collection. So that's a really nice piece because this should honestly be a fine addition to my collection. So starting from the left, as soon as you open it, there is a manual. Now I know Saber Theory is a reseller of LGT, so normally their manuals are more of this like fold out cardboard type of manual. It is nice to see that it is now an actual booklet stapled together. Next we have, of course, the standard bag, which will contain your Allen wrench, your blade retention screws, and then maybe any other screws that you might need, but I believe they just provided blade retention screws and then the Allen key. Next we have the SD card reader. For those that do not have an SD card reader, they provide you with one, so that is really nice. So you can customize all the fonts on the lightsaber. Next, we have the USB-C cord. It's just a USB-A to USB-C, so you can pretty much charge this anywhere. Next, moving this little foam piece a bit out of the way, we have the blade. Now, I ordered mine in a 32-inch length because I felt that 36 might be too big, and due to my height and my wingspan, I think 32 inches is the right fit for me because I have a wingspan of 6 foot, but I am only 5'7", so it's kind of weird. I settled with a 32-inch blade. If you want a more realistic lightsaber blade like you might see in the movies or TV shows, 36-inch might be your way to go. But if you're planning on actually spinning it, I recommend a 32 or maybe even a 28-inch blade. But 32-inch should be good enough for you. And it's just a normal neopixel blade, and it's nicely wrapped up, so we're going to go ahead and take that off in a bit. Before we take off the plastic on the blade, I would like to show the hilt. It is nicely wrapped up. There's also this foam block, I guess, up here to protect what looks like to be the button. So that's pretty nice that they actually included that, so you can actually have the button protected and it's not knocked off and damaged during shipping. And then of course it's nicely wrapped. I'm going to go ahead and remove the plastic off of this hilt, remove the foam block, and then also remove the plastic off of the blade right here, and I will get back to you guys. So I just finished removing all the plastic, and I did some kind of information gathering pretty much off camera, and I found out that the pommel can unscrew, and it unscrews pretty well, and it reveals basically the speaker at the bottom, and it looks like this pommel seems to be vented pretty well. There's enough room for the speaker to still be loud, but not too much room to where it's not as loud as it could be. And then the grip does unscrew. It does come off. It's a bit harder to unscrew. It's not super hard, but it's a bit harder to unscrew. But it reveals this gold chassis, which I have never seen. It does look to be like a standard LGT chassis. So maybe this is like an upgraded LGT chassis. So there is like a spring under the button. So I'm glad they actually did put that foam block because this could have easily been damaged during shipping. So Saber Theory gets a plus for that, for making sure the products come in undamaged. At the top, there are 3 spots for the blade retention screws. These do look thick, so I'll probably be using the thicker blade retention screws. But yeah, there's one on the back, and then there's one on the left side and the one on the right side. So your blade should be very secure when you're spinning it. And also, the blade sits all the way until here, and then it starts touching the neopixel sensor inside the hilt. So you have all of this room. So the blade should be sitting extremely comfortable. So again, the show, there is that much space. We're gonna go ahead and put on the blade retention screws, and then I'm gonna show off some of the fonts and then hook up the Bluetooth app and show what that can do. I already went ahead and downloaded the Xenopixel app on my phone. The app's name, by the way, is called Xeno Configurator. So I'm just gonna go ahead and first connect it. So it says turn on the Bluetooth on my phone and activate the Saber to connect the Saber. You just saw the Wanderer and that effect. Let's go to another font. So according to the app, there are 34 fonts. So let's go to the... Okay, so this is the very last font called Moonfield. Maybe this is like a Sailor Moon font. So it all sounds like very ambiguous fonts. So I think these are just the generic LGT fonts. There are no actual character fonts. However, there are some fonts that are pretty much character fonts, such as like the Wanderer that I said earlier. So let's go to the first one, and I'm very familiar with the LGT generic fonts.
The Dark Sword.
Okay, so here's the Dark Sword.
The Butcher.
Okay, here's the Butcher. And it's also very loud, but I do want to say that sounds like a Revan font, I believe. Let's go ahead and show off a couple more that it comes with.
The Senate.
So here is a Palpatine or a Sidious font. So here is the lockup effect. Here is the blaster light effect. So that's pretty cool. And here is the force light effect. And I think that's just like a force lightning type of thing. So that's pretty neat. And I think that's all the fonts I'm going to be able to show right now. In the future, I will do a video showcasing all of the default fonts and effects that already came on this. We're going to go ahead and charge this up again and try to do a spin test. So I'll see you guys outside. Okay, so I found an empty parking lot. It is still dawn, so it's still pretty dark, but the light is coming, so it might affect the blade color consistency. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna go ahead and spin this and give it a try. That's enough. Okay, so we just got back from spinning this outside, and I gotta say, it feels really nice. It is very smooth. Nothing on the hilt seems to stick out and really catch your hand or cuts your hand. That's honestly one of the best things to look for when you're wanting a lightsaber to spin with, especially a neopixel, since they are heavier than a normal baselet, which is usually what most people use to spin with anyways. If I have to rate this saber based off of the way it looks in combination of how it felt spinning and the fonts that came on it, I'm gonna give this saber, in my opinion, a 9 out of 10. That is gonna be all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you want to, and comment down below what are your thoughts on this lightsaber. Did TUHQA do a good job on the design on the saber? Also, Saber Theory, did they do a good job making it? I do think that this is a pretty cheap lightsaber, and it's great. This is definitely, like the box at the top of the lid says, this is definitely a fine addition to my collection. Saber Theory, they're a pretty good company. I'd say I'd buy from them again if I see a Saber Theory exclusive that looks really cool. I saw the katana recently and that was pretty neat. But enough talk, that's going to be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.